Hi friends, welcome to the second nakshatra, Bharani Nakshatra. Now, Bharani Nakshatra, if you have this nakshatra in the Lagna, or if your Lagna Lord or Ascendant Lord is in Bharani Nakshatra, or if you have Jupiter in Bharani Nakshatra, or even Sun in Bharani Nakshatra, and most importantly, if you have Moon in Bharani Nakshatra, then definitely, whatever I will be discussing today, you will experience those results very strongly. But even if you do not have any planet in Bharani Nakshatra, if Bharani Nakshatra is sitting in a certain house, it will sit somewhere in your birth chart because Bharani Nakshatra falls in Aries sign. So wherever you have the sign of Aries in your birth chart, so Bharani Nakshatra presence is bound to be there in that house. It's going to influence the events of that house, the significations of that house. Now friends, you may have any other planet in Bharani Nakshatra. You may have Saturn in Bharani Nakshatra. Then these results will be experienced with relating to your profession. So if you have Venus in Bharani Nakshatra, then Venus is your Atma Karaka. You yourself will experience these results, or Venus is also your wife. It is also your marriage or partnership. So that way you have to see. You may have any planet in this nakshatra, or this nakshatra will definitely be there somewhere in your birth chart in some house wherever the sign of Aries is there. Now in this sign of Aries, Bharani Nakshatra falls. Okay, it starts from 13 degrees 20 minutes to 26 degrees 40 minutes of Aries. The entire nakshatra falls in the sign of Aries. So the sign lord is Mars. Bharani Nakshatra is ruled by the planet Venus. So whenever you are talking of Bharani Nakshatra, you have to remember the combined effect of these two planets. Mars, because sign lord is Mars, it's in the sign of Aries, and Venus, because Venus is the ruling planet of this nakshatra. Now friends, this nakshatra has 3 stars. Okay, that is why a Bharani Nakshatra person may see certain changes in their life in every 3 years. In every 3 years, certain transformation, certain changes will take place in their life. The Bharani Nakshatra is also referred to as the star of transformation. Alright, now a few more details about this nakshatra or star. This nakshatra, the deity of this nakshatra is Yama or Lord Yamraj. Okay, so Lord Yama or Yamraja is the deity, the ruling deity of this nakshatra. Yamraj is referred to as the Hindu god of death and justice. Alright, and okay, this nakshatra, the animal which is associated with this nakshatra is the elephant. Alright, just think of the elephant. How majestic, yes, how beautiful, how grand. Yes, so the elephant. There is a significance why I will tell you very soon. Now, let me tell you now, later on I might forget. Now, the elephant is an animal which is an epitome of grandeur and magnificence and beauty. So Bharani Nakshatra people will have these qualities in them. The elephant is generally, the elephant is a harmless animal, harmless and unselfish. The elephant can carry loads, can transport people from one place to another, can pull carriages. So they believe in helping others, giving others. So they are always at the giving end. So all these qualities will influence the Bharani Nakshatra people. Alright. Now, okay, so the elephant, beautiful. The elephant also is a creature or a being that takes vegetarian food. So it has sattvic qualities. Okay, so such a nakshatra can also render sattvic qualities to an individual. What is meant by sattvic? Sattvic is when you have purity of character, when you believe in morality, then when you believe in being kind, generous, okay, so forgiving. So these are all sattvic qualities. When you believe in taking care of others. Alright. Now this nakshatra, the symbol of this nakshatra is again very interesting. The symbol of the nakshatra is the yoni, or the female reproductive organ. Alright. So this nakshatra symbolizes fertility. Okay. A new beginning. Alright. A new birth or rebirth, transformation. Okay, all right. Now friends, Bharani Nakshatra, definitely each nakshatra has 4 parts or padas or charan. Okay, so the first charan, the second, third, fourth. The first charan is the dharma charan, the second one is the artha charan, the third is the kama charan, and the fourth one is the moksha charan. Now similarly, you also have to see this nakshatra is placed in which part or charan. That is very important. That will also definitely influence the results that you are going to experience. Okay, say especially if you have a planet in Bharani Nakshatra, then look at the part of that nakshatra, look at the part or pada or charan in which that nakshatra, in which the planet is falling, in which charan. Okay, so that will also definitely influence the results which you are now going to get from that planet, okay, in your life, or how this nakshatra is actually going to show its color or its impact through that planet. Now friends, that is why the charan or part is very important. Now the first charan of Bharani Nakshatra it falls in the Leo Navamsha. So it is ruled by Sun. Okay, so now we see that we already know that Mars and Venus are already there. The combined effect of these two planets is already there. Now you also have Sun. So Sun, Mars, again Venus. If Sun and Mars are well placed in your chart, then definitely the person will be, very creative in nature, will be a seeker of knowledge, okay, will follow the path of righteousness, all right, and will believe in morality, will believe in kindness, in generosity, okay. But if Sun and Mars are not well placed, then it can make the person self-centric, okay, egoistic, even selfish. This can happen. Now we will talk about the second charan. But before that, I would just want to remind you that Ashwini Nakshatra we discussed before this. Ashwini Nakshatra, ruled by Ketu, signifies the soul state when we are, or when a native is in the state of a soul. The native has not yet entered into any body, or the soul has not yet claimed any body. Okay, it has no physical form as such. It exists only in the spiritual realm. Okay, the Atma, the soul. So that is what is signified by Ashwini Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra, now the soul is into the mother's womb. Alright, the mother's womb, where it has already claimed a body. It has a physical form inside the mother's womb, and where it is growing, transforming itself. It is developing day by day. It is going through various phases of growth and development within the mother's womb until it is going to be delivered by the mother. So all those stages of growth, development and transformation that that native is going through inside the mother's womb, that stage is signified by Bharani Nakshatra, and that is why it is so crucial for transformation, and that is why it so prominently speaks about transformation in life. Bharani Nakshatra. Now Mars also, we know, sign lord Aries. Mars is again a planet of transformation. Alright, so friends, Bharani Nakshatra people, that is why they are very caring, very nurturing, they're caregiving, they take care of others, because this nakshatra is, it symbolizes the nourishment that the native is receiving inside the mother's womb. So such natives will be very generous, even forgiving, very caring actually. Yes, they will love to nurture others. So you have a prominent Bharani Nakshatra in any of the major planets or even Lagna, then such people can do very well in professions which are even connected to healthcare or social service. You can become a very good even doctor, you can be a very good nurse, you can be a very good healer if you have Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, you can be a very good healer. You can also work in the cremation grounds. Okay, you may work at the cremation grounds, or whichever profession. You may be in the field of occult sciences. Whichever profession you are into, you will have the capability of taking care of others and even transforming their lives. Okay, and in the process, even your life will undergo a transformation. Now friends, this nakshatra, so we were talking about the first charan. Okay, we have just discussed. Now let's move towards the second charan, or the second part. The second part of this nakshatra falls in the Virgo Navamsha or Virgo Navamsha. So it is ruled by Mercury. Okay, already we know Mars and Venus are there. Now we have Mercury. So such natives will be very intelligent. They will have penetrating intellect, great argumentative ability, great debating skills, even communication skills. Okay, they'll be very sharp-witted to understand things, to grasp things, great memory. So if it falls in the second, in the Artha Charan, or in the second part, okay, they will have great even business acumen. Okay, they will be focusing more on material gains. Okay, they'll be focusing maybe on their materialistic pursuits. They'll be using their intelligence, their analytical skills. They'll be using those for their knowledge, analytical skills to gain in life, to gain material possessions in life. This can happen if it is in the Artha Charan. So maybe that is how they want to transform their life for the better. Now if this nakshatra falls in the third charan, or in the Kama Charan, then already we know that this nakshatra has the combined effect of Mars and Venus. Now again you have the Libra Navamsha. It will fall in the Libra Navamsha. It will be ruled again by Venus. And again this is the Kama Charan, the Charan of desire. Alright. And so if Venus is not well placed in the chart, either debilitated or if it is with Rahu or under malefic influence, then definitely we can say that the native can become very lustful. Okay, they may become very greedy for things in life, and they may be very lustful. They may have great desire to have sexual relations with people of the opposite gender. Okay, they may also, if Venus is not well placed and this nakshatra is in the Kama Charan or the third part or pada, then they can get into adultery, illicit relationships, even incestuous relationship. This can happen. Okay, these people may even get addicted to sex. This is possible. But if Venus is well placed, then you need not worry. They can have a very beautiful conjugal life with their partner. They will believe in spreading happiness wherever they go. They will seek pleasures, no doubt, but they also will want to make others happy. So if Venus is well placed, it will be good. Okay, and they will also have a great desire to rise in life, okay, by dint of their ideas, because Libra is after all an air sign. They will use their ideas and thoughts to this is the desire to rise in life, to gain material possessions, definitely material pursuits. They will want to lead a comfortable life, yes, and they will use their intelligence, okay, in their business, in their work, and they will do that because they have a great desire to rise in life, and ultimately they want to be happy and they want to make others happy. This can happen if it is in the third charan. Now let's move on to the fourth charan, the Moksha Charan. If this nakshatra falls in the Moksha Charan, or the fourth part which falls in the Scorpio Navamsha, so it will be ruled by Mars. Okay, so much of Mars energy now, because Mars and Venus already, the combined effect is there. Now again you have Mars, but it's the Moksha Charan. The Moksha Charan is the part which signifies, even when you are you have gained knowledge, wisdom, and now you believe in, you're moving towards self-realization. So that is the Moksha Charan. Okay, so then definitely if Mars is well placed, then such natives, they can also move towards meditation, spiritual practices, occult practices, and with the help of their occult practices, they can become great healers, because Venus and Mars together, they can become great healers, occult practitioners, astrologers. They can help people out. Okay, they will also have a sense of compassion, and they will help people out, with the help of their, with the help of the mystical knowledge they have, with the help of the occult knowledge that they have, or some hidden knowledge which they have. Now friends, they can also get into research, a lot of research and analysis of things, in-depth study, investigation. They can do that. Okay, then ultimately, whatever research they're doing, it can help people. I mean, it could be for the greater good of even mankind. Okay, so that is also possible, because they have great analytical and research abilities. Okay, when it is in the moksha charan, in the fourth part. So and these people, they'll be very energetic, they will have a great desire, to set out in quest of truth. They will have the desire to analyze whatever they are studying so that they can get to the bottom of reality. That's what they want to. Okay, so they will do research, analysis, investigation. So it's a beautiful charan, actually, the fourth part. But yes, Mars should be more or less well placed. Okay, so otherwise the native may be very impulsive and aggressive also. Okay, and may, even if they have healing abilities, or even if they are into occult practices, if Mars is not well placed, they may misuse their powers. They can do that, and they may get into necromancy or black magic. So if Mars is well placed, then they will use their powers to heal others. Okay, all right. Otherwise, it could be, the story will be very different. They may use their powers to harm others or take revenge. So yeah, so these are the four parts of this nakshatra. Okay, now friends, you have to see in which part, if you have a planet, in which part of the nakshatra that planet is falling. That's very important. Now, in order to understand what characteristics this nakshatra is going to bestow upon you, you must know the stories behind this nakshatra. There are mythological stories. Okay, those mythological stories connected to Bharani Nakshatra will enable you to understand this nakshatra energy better. Now, this nakshatra is ruled by Yama, Lord Yama, or Yamraja, the Hindu god of death and justice. So those stories are connected to Yama. I will quickly try to discuss two stories. There are many stories of Yama, okay, in our ancient texts, scriptures all over, but the two stories which appeal to me the most, I will discuss them today, because again there is time constraint in a video. So yes, we'll go to those stories quickly, and friends, do not leave the video, because in the end I will show you an example chart, okay, where a native has a very prominent Bharani Nakshatra, okay, and what results the native has experienced because of that nakshatra placement. I will show you with an example chart very soon. Before that, do not miss out on these two interesting stories which will enable you to understand this nakshatra energy better. The first story I would let me begin the story. Let me start with Yama, and let me begin with the story of Yama and Lord Surya. Okay, right. Now Lord Surya, or Surya Dev, is Yama's son. Okay, and Surya Dev's wife, is Saranyu or Sanjana. Alright, now Surya Dev and Sanjana, their son is Yama. Yama actually once had a quarrel with Shani Dev. Now who is Shani Dev? Saranyu or Sanjana, she left Surya Dev's kingdom because she could not tolerate the heat of Lord Surya. So she left his kingdom and she escaped from there. She went to her father's place, or she was hiding somewhere. Okay, and she left behind Chaya. Okay, Suryadev's wife Saranyu or Sanjana, she left behind Chaya, her shadow. Okay, her shadow, which and she transformed that shadow into an exact replica of hers, so that Lord Surya would not know that it is not his real wife. So she did that to deceive Lord Surya. So Chaya was there in her absence. Okay, and Lord Surya thought Chaya was his wife. So she told Chaya to look after her children and her husband in her absence. So Chaya was supposed to look after Yama, who was actually Sanjana's son, okay, and other children, Yama and other children. In due course of time, Chaya also gave birth to her own child with Surya, Lord Shani. We know Lord Saturn, okay. Now Lord Shani and Yama, once they had a quarrel, okay, and then definitely Chaya was, after all, Lord Saturn's mother, Shani Dev's mother. So she took Lord Saturn's side, Shani Dev's side, and she cursed because Yama was quarreling with her own son. So Chaya cursed Yama that his leg would be full of it would be full of worms and sores. It would be totally infected, and he would lose his leg would fall off. That sort of a curse she cast upon Yama, and Yama was very upset. But Yama was again very thoughtful, was brooding over whatever happened very thoughtfully, was brooding over it. Was thinking, what's wrong? If she is my real mother, how can she curse me like that? So Lord Yama, okay, has penetrating intellect actually. So Lord Yama rushed to Lord Surya, okay, to his father Surya Dev, that mother cursed me in that way, and he was very upset. Then Surya Dev also could not understand that how can a mother do that. Then he summoned Chaya, or he summoned his wife. He didn't know she was Chaya. He summoned his wife, and then Chaya had to reveal the true story, that I got angry because, after all, Shani Dev is my own son. Shani is my own son, and he was quarreling with him, so I cursed him. Then Surya Dev was shocked, and then Chaya revealed her real identity, that she was not Surya Dev's real wife, and everything she revealed. And then, Surya Dev was very angry. He turned Chaya into ashes. And we all know that Shani Dev was so much in love with his mother, and he could not bear all that. And that is why Shani Dev, or Saturn and Sun, they are, eternal enemies, because Shani Dev loved his mother so much. Now, okay, so what about Yama? Surya Dev was very pleased with Yama, because Yama, had that ability to understand or sense that something was wrong. And Yama wanted justice. That how can my mother do this to me? I want justice. So he went to his father seeking justice. Okay, so Surya Dev was very pleased with Yama. And he was pleased to see that Yama was actually speaking the truth. While Chaya, or while, that lady whom he thought, he thought that she was his wife, she had deceived him, but Yama was truthful. So Surya Dev actually bestowed upon Yama the title of Dharmaraj, that you are going to be the Lord of justice and even morality. So that title, the title of Dharmaraj, that was bestowed upon Yama by his own father, Lord Surya. So from this story we know that Yama, the deity, Yamaraj, or Lord Yama, is the deity of justice, truthfulness, honesty, dharma, and morality. So these qualities will by default be there in any individual who has a strong Bharani Nakshatra. Friends, if you do not have any planet also, if you have a planet, Mercury, then your younger sibling, Jupiter, your husband, or even the native himself or herself, because Jupiter is a significator of the native also, as per Bhrigunandinari Jyotish. But yes, in Parashari Jyotish, Jupiter is the husband in a female's chart. If you have Bharani Nakshatra in Venus, your wife, or Venus will characterize your relationship also with your partner. Saturn, your profession. Even Saturn can refer to your uncle, paternal uncle, father's younger brother generally. Or even in Bhrigunandinari, your elder siblings can, be signified by Saturn. So like that, which planet? Moon, your mother, even you yourself, if it is moon. Sun, you yourself and also your father. Lagna, you yourself, Lagna Lord, you yourself, like that. If you don't have any planet in Bharani Nakshatra, in which house the sign of Aries is falling? Say you're a Libra ascendant. The sign of Bharani, the sign of Aries will be in the 7th house. So your life partner will by default have certain characteristics of the Bharani Nakshatra, because this nakshatra will fall in the sign of Aries, which is now coming to your 7th house. So your life partner, even if you don't have any planet in the 7th house, you will get your support, your nourishment, you will get a lot of love, concern, from your partner. Your partner will be your caretaker or caregiver, will be the ultimate provider. You will get all your nourishment, even nutrition, from your partner, because that is the general characteristics of Bharani Nakshatra, native. So if it is in the 7th house, your partner will take care of you like anything, and you will feel so protected, so secure whenever you're with your partner. And say for some reason, if Bharani Nakshatra is in the 7th house, but also in the 7th house, say you have the planet of Ketu, or the 7th lord in your chart is afflicted because of Ketu or some affliction of Rahu, and you get separated from your partner, what will happen? Then definitely you will feel a lot of pain. You will not know what to do, because all that nourishment, all that support, everything is gone now. Your support system is gone. So you will be totally on your own. You will not know what to do, where to go, how to move on, how to begin life anew. You will be at a crossroads in life if you get separated from your partner. And if you have either Venus or Jupiter in Bharani Nakshatra, or if your 7th lord is in Bharani Nakshatra, or you have Bharani Nakshatra in the 7th house, these things can definitely happen. Friends, if you are a Bharani Nakshatra native, and this Nakshatra lord we know is Venus. How is the Nakshatra lord placed in your chart? If Venus is getting afflicted by Rahu, or even by Ketu, it is getting afflicted, then what will happen? If Venus is somehow being aspected by the 8th lord or something, then during the birth of such natives, at the time of their birth, they definitely had experienced their mother experienced a lot of difficulty during pregnancy and during delivery. It is possible. So a lot of challenges were faced by the mother if Venus is afflicted in your chart, because the Nakshatra lord is afflicted. So definitely the mother had to go through a lot of difficulties even when you were inside her womb. There are pregnancies which are termed as high risk pregnancies, and the delivery also is very problematic. okay, premature delivery or problematic delivery which requires surgery, not just surgery, a lot of complications develop. There is a threat to the mother's life or to the child's life. These things can happen. The child may be inside the mother's womb in a problematic position. So the delivery may be problematic, complicated. Okay? The umbilical cord that binds the child with the mother, that cord also could be in a problematic state, inside. So all these things can happen if Venus is afflicted and you have a strong Bharani Nakshatra in the Lagna, or the Lagna Lord is in this Nakshatra, or if Jupiter is in this Nakshatra, then definitely this can happen. Because, or even if the Moon is in this Nakshatra, then definitely some problem at the time of your birth had happened or took place. Your mother faced some challenges. This is possible. Now friends, also I will quickly take you to one more story which is very interesting, and after that I will show you the example chart. The other story also, if you understand, you will understand this nakshatra energy better. The other story is the story of Nachiketa and Yama, Lord Yama. Okay, now Nachiketa was the son of a sage. Okay, Shravas, Vajra Shravas. The sage, his father was a sage or saint, actually, Nachiketa's father. Vajashravas. Yes, Vajashravas, the name of a saint or sage. So his son was Nachiketa. Now Vajashravas, he actually wanted to please the gods, because he perhaps wanted a place for himself in heaven, or he wanted to win the blessings of the divine. So he was pleasing the gods by performing a yagna or yagya. So that yagna, in order to perform that yagna, he was, sacrificing all his precious possessions. So he wanted to offer whatever is precious to him. He wanted to offer, give ahuti in the yagna. He wanted to offer all that to the gods, so that the gods bless him with, a beautiful place in heaven, with a wonderful afterlife maybe, or with happiness and peace. So he wanted that. So he was performing that ritual or yagna. Now his son, 10-year-old son, a small child actually, just a 10-year-old son, his name was Nachiketa. He noticed that his father is, offering certain things to the deities to please them, and he's performing the yagna. In the time of the yagna, when he noticed that his father was offering, cattle or cows that were old, barren, infertile, or sick, old, sick cattle were being offered by his father during the yagna. So he told his father that how can you win, a place in heaven for yourself? How can you win the grace of, the divine by making such offerings? You are supposed to, sacrifice your precious possessions, all your precious possessions. So I'm also your possession. Okay, I'm yours. I belong to you. So why don't you, even sacrifice me? So his father, the sage or saint, he got very angry, and in a fit of rage or anger, he said, okay, I give you unto Lord Yama himself. So he said that, okay, you can go to Lord Yamraj, and Yamraj is the god of death. Okay, the father then realized his mistake, that it was just an outburst of anger. After all, he loved his son, So he repented why he said that. So he didn't want his son to go away to the Yamraja. But his son told his father, he consoled his father, son Nachiketa, consoled his father saying that, do not worry, father, you have already uttered those words. So maybe there is a deeper meaning or significance behind your utterance. So let me go and discover for myself. Let me go to the Yamraja. Let me just meet him and let me see how things turn out. Okay, maybe whatever this command that you gave me, maybe it is a blessing in disguise for me. So please do not stop me. Let me go to the Yamraja. So Nachiketa went to Lord Yama. When he reached Lord Yama's place, he found out that Lord Yama was not at home. He was out somewhere. So he kept waiting for 3 days outside Yama's house, or at Yama's house. He waited for 3 days without food or water. Okay? And then after 3 days, Yama appeared. And when Yama came to know that the son of a Brahmin has been waiting for so long to meet him, Yama was, was like deeply touched, and he was full of affection for the boy Nachiketa. So he told Nachiketa that you can ask for 3 boons. 3 boons you can ask for, and I will grant them. So Nachiketa, the first boon was Nachiketa wanted Yama to make sure that he can make peace with his father, and also that he wanted peace for himself and for his father after he returned to his father. So he wanted that they should live a peaceful life. That is the first thing that he wanted. So Yama agreed to that. The second thing which Nachiketa wanted for the boon, the second boon he wanted to learn the fire ritual, how to sacrifice, how to perform that, how to perform the fire ritual, wherein you sacrifice your possessions and you perform the fire ritual. So how to actually perform that ritual, he wanted to know. Okay, and Yama elaborated on that as well, that how this fire sacrifice ritual has to be performed. So Yama elaborated on that. So his second boon was granted. Now the third boon which he wanted, the third boon is that he wanted Yama to throw light on the mystery of life after death. That what happens to the body after the physical body dies, then what happens after the death of the physical body? So Yama wanted Nachiketa wanted Yama. So Nachiketa, the curious, inquisitive boy, okay, he wanted Nachiketa to throw light on the mystery of life after death. So Yama was hesitant to grant this boon. Okay, he was hesitant at first, but when the boy was like adamant that that this boon will have to be granted, and so he was quite adamant, then he didn't want anything else in exchange for that boon. Then finally Yama had to explain to him the mystery of life, birth cycle, and even life, death, and life after death. So this entire cycle of transformation, birth, death, rebirth, everything, the entire journey of the soul, okay, so was explained to him by Yama, and Yama tried to make him gain that knowledge and wisdom. So he returned happily to his father's kingdom with that knowledge, and when he returned, Nachiketa was no longer that inquisitive, innocent boy. He was transformed. So that conversation with Yama, that encounter with Yama, Lord Yama, transformed his life once and for all. That is why Bharani Nakshatra is the nakshatra of transformation. Okay? And also this story has enabled you to understand that Lord Yama can transform your life, and also Lord Yama is the god of knowledge. So Bharani Nakshatra people can be very knowledgeable actually. That is why they are great healers. They are seekers of knowledge and truth. And they believe in justice. That is why he granted the boy those 3 boons. Because he realized that, that the boy had been waiting for so long. So even Nachiketa told Lord Yama that you can take me along with you. But Lord Yama said, no, I can't do that. I can't take you along with me like that. Okay? So, but since you have been, so that means Lord Yama believes in justice. Okay, believes. So that is why the Lord of Justice. Okay? So, and instead Lord Yama was so pleased with Nachiketa that he granted him 3 boons that transformed his life. So that's why, friends, this nakshatra is actually a very powerful nakshatra, Bharani. It is the nakshatra which signifies knowledge, wisdom, which can transform your life. Okay? Which can enable you to even attain spiritual transformation. Yes? And it is a nakshatra, that is why, which is connected to, the female reproductive organ, because this organ signifies birth, fertility, okay, and the entire life cycle it signifies. Okay, so friends, that is why this nakshatra is a very powerful nakshatra. These people, so friends, even Yama is also the deity of discipline, justice, discipline, okay, law and order. That is why these people, they will be law-abiding people who have a strong Bharani Nakshatra. They will believe in abiding by law. Okay? They'll be very just. They can also be very generous. They're great caretakers. They can, they can bestow, or they can, bestow love, affection upon people. They can give nourishment to people. They can nurture people. They can also provide you with knowledge. So they believe in being self-dependent, Bharani Nakshatra people. They do not want to be dependent on others. They want to support their family members also. But they don't want to depend on anyone else. They want to be self-dependent, self-sufficient. And again, they are forgiving and generous also. But again, here there is one thing which you have to remember. If they come to know that you have violated the path of dharma, then they will not forgive you easily. That also. Because they believe in sticking to the path of dharma, justice, truth, righteousness. And if you violate that path, and if you try to deceive them, then they will not forgive you easily. Lord Yama. They do not believe in compromise. There is no middle path. Either they will, either they are with you, they will provide you with nourishment, they will support you, or they will, because they are again very rigid. Okay? So, either they are with you, they will totally support you, or if you are violating the path of dharma, if you are compromising on your moral principles, then they may totally detach themselves from you. That is also possible. So they have that rigidity, that courage in them also. And they believe that it's, instead of sticking on to somebody, or instead of being with a person who is deceptive, it's better to, especially if this nakshatra is in your 7th lord or 7th house, then your partner may have this quality that they will be very rigid. They will want honesty in the relationship. Otherwise, they will snap all ties and they will move on in the relationship. They will move towards a new beginning. If you have this prominent nakshatra in your Lagna, or ascendant lord is in this nakshatra, or moon, then you will also have this quality, that you will never compromise on immorality, you will never compromise on morality. If someone is trying to deceive you, purposefully cheat on you, then you will not be able to forgive them easily. You will believe in breaking ties with that person and moving on in life and bringing about a new beginning, and and in the midst of that process, you will transform yourself. So this nakshatra can also make you very courageous. Okay, it can make you courageous, bold, at times impulsive. But if Mars is well placed, then whatever decision you will take it with a lot of courage and determination, and after thinking and analyzing properly. If Mars is well placed, if Venus is well placed also, you will have great healing powers. If Venus is well placed, then you will believe in taking care of others and providing them with nourishment and all. So friends, that was my take on Bharani Nakshatra. Whatever I could remember and whatever I could actually deliver during this period of time, I wanted to convey that to you. Now let me know how Bharani Nakshatra is placed in your chart, and let me know what you think about Bharani Nakshatra, this energy. In which house do you have this nakshatra? So how this nakshatra, this energy is playing out in your life. Okay, so you can share your experience in the comment box. Do like, share, subscribe, and to support this channel of yours. If you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. Take care, friends. May God bless you. Believe in providing nourishment to others. Especially believe in helping and nurturing the poor, the unprivileged. This also can be a very good remedy for Bharani Nakshatra people, no matter where it is placed in your birth chart. Okay, so if you really want this nakshatra to bless you, then you need to be someone who is ready to provide nourishment, especially to those people who need nourishment, the poor, the downtrodden, the unprivileged, the physically or mentally challenged. Okay, be kind to them, be kind to all animals, creatures. Take care, friends. Thank you. Okay, friends, now I'll quickly take you to an example chart. So here in this example chart, you will see that this is the chart of a female native. So in this chart, you can see that Jupiter is in Aries. Okay, so in this female native's chart, Jupiter is in the first part of Bharani Nakshatra, in the first pada or first charan, the Dharma charan of Bharani Nakshatra. So Jupiter is the significator of the female native's husband also. So her husband is also somebody who is very energetic, because Aries, I told you Jupiter is in Aries. So in Bharani Nakshatra you have the influence of Mars, because sign of Aries. Then again nakshatra ruled by Venus, Mars, Venus, and the first charan or the Dharma charan is will fall in the Leo Navamsh, so it is ruled by Sun. So the influence of Sun, Mars, and Venus. So Sun and Mars, these two planets actually, they definitely are connected to your self-dependence, being energetic, okay, being creative. Okay, so yeah, Her husband is also somebody who is who is a self-dependent person, and who actually supports everybody in the family. So not just his own family, but he supports his relatives as well. So he is the ultimate, caregiver and provider. Her husband has all these qualities. Now you can see that Rahu is there in the sign of Pisces. So since Jupiter is retro, it will also at times have an aspect on the 12th aspect also will fall on Rahu, as per Bhrigunandinari Jyotish. But Rahu is in close proximity here with Jupiter, and this proximity of Rahu will be felt because Jupiter is retrograde specially. Okay, since it is retrograde, so her husband at times, he undertakes foreign travels because of his work. Okay, he travels to foreign places, and also friends, Rahu, also this particular female native herself, because Jupiter is connected to higher education, to knowledge. So she has at times experienced obstacles in attaining higher education, and now what she is doing right now, now she is around her age is around 35. She's around 35 years old. So right now she is also into astrology. Okay, so she's also wants to learn Reiki. So she's into astrology. She wants to become an occultist, a healer. Okay, so yeah, that is why you see, so along with the planet of knowledge, you have this Rahu's energy somehow can influence, because Jupiter is retrograde. So she's moving into all these fields also, and Jupiter is in Bharani Nakshatra. So she's also somebody who's extremely intelligent. She's very intelligent. She's very creative. She has a lot of creativity. Okay, she has a very creative way of looking at things, of understanding things. So she is very creative as a person, and as far as I know her, and she's very intelligent. And again, not just her husband, because Jupiter signifies the husband, but even she. So both of them, they are very courageous. Sun, Mars and Venus, all these three planets will be there. So they are very courageous. Okay, and they are, again, you see Sun and Mars in her chart also. They are quite well placed in the first house, that too in the sign of Leo. So they are very righteous. They believe in the path of morality, righteousness. They are great knowledge seekers. So she and her husband, both of them, they believe in seeking knowledge. They give a lot of importance to seeking knowledge and wisdom, and they believe that it is only knowledge which can transform your life. Okay, so they are always, she's 35, her husband is above 40. Both of them are still seeking knowledge, and in whichever field they are seekers of knowledge, and they believe that it is this knowledge that can transform their life. And as far as I know them, they're also they are into religious and spiritual practices also. Okay, so Sun, Mars, so they are very self-dependent people. Sun and Mars, very self-dependent people. They believe in helping others also. They are compassionate also towards others, very self-dependent, very energetic, very enthusiastic about their life endeavors. Okay, and yeah, I mean, this is a wonderful, and they give a lot of importance to knowledge. They give a lot of importance to being independent. So yeah, so that is how this Bharani Nakshatra is playing out. And also this native, her Jupiter is in Bharani. Jupiter is also the significator of the native herself in Bhrigunandinari Jyotish. In Parashari Jyotish, Jupiter is the significator of the natives, female native's husband. But Jupiter is also the planet which signifies your moral principles. Okay, your sense of morality also. So it will largely influence even the native's way of thinking and looking at life. Okay, so definitely this is a very important planet, Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Bharani Nakshatra. So this is making the native very, a great seeker of knowledge, somebody who believes in, in research, investigation, okay, seeking the truth, and somebody who believes that it is this knowledge which can, enable us to gain wisdom and, attain self-realization, and it is this knowledge which can transform your life for the better. So that is how I just wanted to show, one birth chart, one example birth chart where you have Bharani Nakshatra. So Jupiter in the first charan of Bharani Nakshatra. Okay friends, so that's what I wanted to show. So yeah, I hope today's video you found it informative. So yeah friends, take care, and yeah, see you next time. And thank you so much for a patient hearing. Bye.